Hello and welcome. My name's Beck and you're watching Beck's Crafty Nook. Today we have a pattern review, yay! I just wanted to be really thorough before I started this review, so I've been working very hard and I have lots to show you. But today we're doing another Willow and Wild, and this is her beaded fidget oyster pattern. So these are her oysters. I love this one. This is like a classic, it's pink on the outside. So I went through a little journey with this pattern and I'm pretty sure the lady's name is Emily. So Emily from Willow and Wild did see my last video about the hedgehogs, so she may see this one, and if she is watching, this has everything to do with me and nothing to do with you as a pattern maker. So this is all about my journey of finding this pattern, how I felt about it, all that sort of thing, but it's got nothing to do with how good the pattern is. So even if anyone wants to skip through this, that's fine, but I like to tell stories. So here we go. So I bought the hedgehog pattern and I made it and I loved it, and of course I had some criticisms, which was no tester gallery in the pattern. On her Instagram there's heaps of stuff there, and then so I was kind of stalking her on Instagram just to learn more about her and what other patterns she has and all that sort of thing. I'd already found the turtle pattern that I wanted to do. I like the octopus, but no, like octopus is a octopi, like I think they call them octopuses now. They were calling them octopi, now people call them octopuses for the plural. They're a bit like overdone, but yeah, I still want to get the turtle pattern. And then this one popped up. I think I saw she did a little video of this before she released the pattern, and so she popped up a testicle, a pattern testicle for the oyster, and I was like, when I saw it I was like, I have to do that. I need to have it. I need to have the pattern right now. And I got really obsessive and hyper focused about it, which is, like I said, everything to do with me, nothing to do with anybody else. This is me being weird. And so I applied for the tester pattern because the testicle was like, let me know if you want to be a tester and what colors would you use. And then there was all these rules about, like, not rules, but you need to tag 2 friends and you need to follow me, you need to post this to your story, tell me what colors you would do, you need to have the stuff on hand because I need it done quickly. It was like the testicle was maybe 5 days before the pattern release. So anyway, I applied for it, and then I was waiting because it was like the testers will be announced this evening, like whatever date evening, which was going to be like 3 days from when she put the original post up. So I did all the things, and then I was waiting, checking back, like every every day I was checking back. And then like when the day got there to the evening, when she was supposed to announce who got accepted, there was nothing there. So I wrote a comment saying, have you announced who's doing the pattern test? And she wrote back and said, yes, the pattern testers have been notified. So my criticism would be, it'd be good if you publicly said, this is who I've chosen, but maybe that's not a thing. Maybe that's not the etiquette. So I don't know what's happening. So then I think I just really wanted to be a pattern tester because I really liked the pattern and I could think of a ton of different colors and things I wanted to do with it. And also I did want it for free because I have no money. But anyway, that was fine. I didn't get chosen. That was okay, but I was salty obviously because I kept stalking her. But anyway, I was like, that's fine, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna buy it as soon as it's released. And so I was checking on her Etsy like the day before of the date because I think she's in Canada. And then yeah, I think she may have accidentally uploaded it to Etsy and published it the day before, because I purchased it. As soon as it was there, I purchased it. I think I might have been one of the first ones to purchase. I'm not sure. I purchased it, and then the next day it disappeared off Etsy. And then I think the day after that, it was actually released. and then it disappeared from Etsy for a while. Then it wasn't released on Etsy straight away. So anyway, I got it first. I got it on Etsy. And I would buy from the website, but I do prefer Etsy because all my patterns are just in the same place. But Etsy doesn't pay very well. So anyway, I'm pretty sure the price is about $5.30 Australian, which is totally reasonable. But anyway, so I was salty about the whole pattern testing thing. I was like, oh, I wish she had a set and blah, 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 and didn't say who would it be. I think on release day, she just put a bunch of, she does this just whole big collage of testers and what they created. But I don't feel like it's that well advertised. I don't know. I like to see the gallery because it gives me inspiration. It like fires off ideas in my head of things that I can do. So that's all that's about. That's why I'm always like, I wish there was a tester gallery, because it simply gives me ideas. But you can find ideas in other ways. Like it's not necessary. That's the thing about patterns. Like, you're gonna like a pattern for certain reasons, and you're gonna like a designer for certain reasons. So anyway, I was still a little bit salty or whatever, and a YouTube video came up. So I'm going to put a picture here and I will link it. And it's all about, it's a really good watch. It's good to watch. It's all about being a pattern tester and what that's like. And like, you do wonder, do they just pick the same people all the time? And so I have stalked Willow and Wild a little bit to see if that's the case. And I don't think that's true. I've seen a few patterns come up now, and she has chosen, there are some of the same, but she's also chosen different people. So I don't think that's got anything to do with it. But at the end of that video, he's like, you know, you might not like all this stuff that goes on with pattern testing, like how you're doing all the advertising, but you don't get paid actual money, you just get a free pattern or whatever. It's a really good video, and it was good for me to see that other side. But in the end, he just says, if you like a designer, just buy the pattern. So that's what I'm going to do. Like, I'm not going to obsess. I'm not going to apply for any other pattern tests because it made me a little crazy. And I like Willow and Wild, so I will just buy the patterns that I like. So it's as simple as that. If you like the designer, then you just buy their patterns. So that was the whole thing. But when I made my first fidget, I posted it straight to TikTok, and Willow and Wild reposted it on their story on TikTok. So, you know, like, I got my little free bit of advertising. So that's that. That's the story of me being obsessive and crazy. But that's a great YouTube video to watch about the pattern testing, especially if you want to do pattern testing. And it might even be helpful to listen to my story, as in, like, if you're going to get crazy about it, whether you're picked or not, maybe it's not a good idea for you to be doing pattern testing. So that's that. Let's move on. That was just me being hyper focused on it. So the pattern itself, I did have trouble in here with one line. And in my pattern review, I have written that on Etsy. But I did figure it out. I said I had a trouble with one line, but I wrote it out stitch for stitch, and I figured it out. So I'm going to show you how I troubleshooted that line, but I'm not going to give anything away with the pattern. So I'll show you, because I think I've said in the past, patterns were never written with heaps of photos and stuff like that. It used to be that you would need to know the stitches. You need to know what increase means. You need to know what decrease means. Like, patterns were written that you should already know certain things, and sewing patterns were the same. So it's really nice that patterns now are quite inclusive, because they are making sure that beginners are going to be able to figure it out. But I think it's also important for you as a crochet artist to have some strategies to be able to figure it out yourself. So today I'm going to give you a strategy of how to figure out something if you don't know. If I couldn't have figured it out from that, I would have messaged Emily and asked her, and I'm sure she would have helped me, no problem. So we have the beautiful photo of her fidgets that she's made. The next page is your special stitches, what you need, etc, etc. Cami Goodies has the packaging, and I bought it and I did some stuff with it, so I'm going to show you that in this video as well. I'm very excited about that. Your abbreviations are in US terms. Oh my god, I've got these little flies in here. You probably can't see them. We've got a couple of special stitches which she describes in detail. And if you, another thing, like, a pattern is written well to me if you can sit there with your crochet and do what she says step by step and be able to do the stitch, and that is true. So I had trouble with, you've got a single crochet bead is how she puts the beads on, and with the hedgehog I put the beads on wrong. I did it the same as I had seen in a video in my spare time crochet. So I'm actually going to show you as well, like, the two differences in that. So yes, I mean, that worked out well with the hedgehog because I ended up not having to use as many beads, and I'll continue to make my hedgehogs that way. But I was able to make this pattern exactly how she says because she put that in there. I don't believe she put that in the hedgehog pattern, but it's possible I just didn't read it. And you have a twisted double crochet stitch, which I'll show you with the bead on. Here the yarn says any weight 4 can be used. Examples are Bernat Premium, Red Heart Super Saver, and I Love This Yarn, and a 3.75 hook. I use a 3. What am I using? Yes, so I'm using a 3 because that's what my beads fit on. And I'm using cotton yarn for durability. I did the same with the hedgehogs. And these are an 8 ply, but it's not as thick as a acrylic yarn 8 ply, so it probably is like a 4 ply. But in cotton it is an 8 ply. And this is the Four Seasons Flinders, which we have in Australia, 100% cotton. I do use some sparkle ones. I got this beautiful white sparkle in the color Winter, and they, oh no, so they're 100% cotton except for the sparkles, which is nylon. So it's 94% cotton, 6% nylon. And also I use, sorry about my face, so close. I use a variegated in the cottons. These are all in the same section in Spotlight, but I'm pretty sure this is part acrylic. I don't know why. I don't know why the variegators have to be acrylic. So that's that. She says 9mm pony beads, but I believe I'm using 6mm pony beads. However, my oysters fit into the packaging, so they must come out the same size. So that is what I'm using. So that's page 2. Page 3. Now there's a lot more photos in this one, which was much better. So yeah, I do think in the hedgehog we could have had some more about the embroidery on the face. So you can either put a bead as your pearl, or you can crochet a pearl with a matching color or a white or something like that. So on page 3 we've got how to make the inserts, and you get a bonus tip on how to make that circle perfect. You know how you it's just finishing it off so it doesn't look like a dip. But I find that doesn't matter too much with mine, so I don't bother with the fancy finishing. But I think it's very good that she has those instructions in there, and she's got photos. So that's great. And then we start work on the shell, which is page 4 and 5. And so it's the same instructions for the bottom shell as the top shell, but your finishing off around the outside is slightly different because you sew them together. So this pattern takes me, and there's lots and lots of photos. Yeah, plenty of photos about how to sew the inserts into the top of the shells, she's got photo step by step of putting on those beads, and that's how not only was the written instructions really good, that you could just follow that and you will get the bead on properly, she also has photos, and I think that's what sent me over the line of being able to do that. Now the step I couldn't figure out, I'm pretty sure she has photos. No, okay. Yeah, what I had problems was when I did that line, I didn't have as many beads on as what I should. And I fell short on the stitch count, but I'm going to show that to you in a minute. So that's it. But since I figured out those lines, like no issues at all, it takes me about an hour and a half to finish one. I think it takes no time at all to do the inserts and sew the bead on, and because I'm not crocheting the pearl. It takes half an hour. Yes, okay, so it takes half an hour to do each shell, but then I found it's been taking me about 15 to 20 minutes to pick out my beads or plan my beads. So I've got some ideas about that I'm going to talk about as well. So I think what we should do next is just finish up this review on the actual beaded oyster pattern by showing you the couple of things that I had trouble with and how I figured it out, and then we're going to move on to the packaging, which is really exciting. Okay, so this was the line that I got confused about. So it says single crochet 2, increase, bead is like a single crochet, then a single crochet. Now these were given instructions that it goes into the same stitch. So bead single crochet 1 times 3, bead single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase, and you should have 24 and you should have 7 beads, but I was ending up with 5 beads, and this is why. I think this is total user error, because now I look at it and now I know what it's supposed to be. I'm like, of course it was that. So I thought it meant do this instruction and then this instruction 3 times, but it actually means do this sequence 3 times. So do bead single crochet, bead and single crochet in the same stitch, bead single crochet, bead single crochet in the same stitch. So do that whole thing 3 times. I don't know if I just ignored these ones. So then, yeah, I only did this once and this 3 times, and that equaled 1, 2, 3, 4 beads. No, 5. There you go. There's the other bead. So yes, you're supposed to do the whole thing, but the way I figured it out, because I also knew it was wrong because there was only 5 beads, and when you look at photo F, there are clearly 7 beads, and I didn't have 24 stitches. I was short. I wasn't making it to the end of the row. So I'm just going to show you how I figured that out. So first of all, I tried by saying, okay, that's 2 stitches, that's 2 stitches, that's 1 stitch, that's 1 stitch, that's 3 stitches, and trying to count how many stitches I've got there, which didn't equal to 24. So then in the previous row, we had 18 stitches. So I just did 18 circles, like 1, 2, 3. Why is that focusing weird? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then I wrote it out, and this is actually how I still make them. I have this instruction because it's a bit more visual for me what's going into each stitch. So we have single crochet 2. So there's a single crochet here and a single crochet here. Increase. So single crochet, single crochet. Do a bead. So we put a bead on in that one, and we do a single crochet stitch here. Then the bead and single crochet go into the same stitch. So I wrote it like this: a bead and a single crochet. And we do this 3 times. So I think I wrote it like this: So then we'll go bead, single crochet, bead and single crochet in the same stitch. That's 2, bead, single crochet, bead, single crochet in the same stitch. That's 3. Then we do a bead, a single crochet, an increase. Oh, I might have the wrong starting out things, because that doesn't make sense. Increase is 2, single crochet 2. Oh no, this is right. Yes. No. So, oh yeah, okay. So our increase should be like this. 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Then we'll work out. Okay, wait. Just let me write it again. Okay, I wrote it out right this time. Because your increases go into the same stitch. So we have single crochet 2, 1, 2, increase, 2 in the same stitch. Then we go bead, single crochet, bead, and then a single crochet in your same stitch. We do that 3 times. Bead, single crochet, bead in the same stitch. Bead, single crochet in that same stitch. Bead, single crochet, increase, 2 in the same stitch. 2 single crochet and an increase. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 stitches. And before that we had 18. So I still have this line written like this on a separate piece of paper, and when I go to do that part, that's how I do it. I do it from this because this makes a whole lot more sense to me, even though we're not doing it in a straight line. So next I'm going to show you how I was putting beads on before and how you're supposed to put them on. Okay, so I've just done up a little line of stitches. I just did a chain and then some single crochet. So this is how I was putting on my beads before. It's a really subtle difference. So I would, where's my thing going here? So I put the bead on and then I'd go in here and then I would yarn over here, pull all the way through all the loops, and then usually when I'm making my beaded fidgets we do a half double there, and then see how that just sits like that. So that's really good for my fidgets, and that's how I did it on the hedgehog, and so it lays kind of flat and you can spin them. But then for the oysters, the correct way is like this. So I put my bead on, you go in the hole, yarn over, pull through here, and then yarn over again up the top. And then you see it sticks out a bit more. It's not flush. And then the back is kind of has yarn on it and it's flat, whereas this is like double-sided. And yeah, you can still roll them, but it's just that very, very slight difference. This is sunken in and this sits on top. So that's it. One you pull through here and one you pull through on the top, or finish it on the top. So I think that's a happy accident. They're both equally as useful. All right, here is how we do the double crochet with the twist on it. So we yarn over just like you're doing a double crochet, then you put the bead on. Make sure that your yarn stays behind the bead. Then we go into our hole there, yarn over, bring it through the bead. We bring it through the bead first, and then we finish our stitch here. So for a double crochet you will pull through these two, and then you would normally pull through these two. In the instructions it does advise you to pull the loop up a bit, so I pull it so that this loop gets a little bigger. And in the instruction it says to turn your hook all the way clockwise, which is what I did, just like that. Then we have the twist. You can see why we need to make those loops a little bigger. Then I get my yarn, and this is a little tricky, so you got to practice making your loops a little bigger. Pull it through there, and then I pull on here, which just scooches that down a little bit, and then we can put some stitches next to it, and there we have it. And you get this nice little twist here, and it just makes that edge really pretty. And as you see, the bead sits on top and the yarn is on the bottom. So we can do it one more time. We put our yarn on the hook, ready to do like a double crochet. Then we put the bead on. Make sure that this yarn is still behind. We go into the hole. We pull it through the bead so that we can see all of our loops. Go through these two loops nice and tight. Then we can loosen up this front loop here. Turn your hook all the way around to the right, clockwise. Yarn over, and then you've got to pull through these two loops that are twisted together now. And then I give it another little tug so we're nice and tight in here, and we finish off with a stitch next to it. And then you can see our nice little twists, and just pulling on that yarn again to make it nice and tight. So this part here, you might need to play around with your tension a little bit, but I think this looks quite nice. And then on the back, that's how it should look. So that's all that I wanted to show you. And then let's go back and have a look at some of the beaded fidgets that I made. Okay, I just remembered I want to talk about the packaging, and I've got all my oysters in packaging. So we might look at what I made at the same time as we talk about the packaging from Cami Goodies. But I'm going to put a little slideshow in here. There's only 2 reviews on Etsy, and one of them is mine. So we'll show them at the start. And then I'm going to do a little slideshow parade of all the pattern testers. I just took the collage from her Instagram, and I just cropped them down into individual ones. They already have their watermark of their name, of their Instagram, so you can go and stalk them later. So as usual, all the pattern links for Willow and Wild and Cami Goodies are going to be in the description. Highly rate the pattern. I love it. I've made a million. You're going to see in a minute. So let's go on to the Cami Goodies product packaging. Okay, you ready for this? I bought myself a nice little box. I'm market prepping for a market that I've got coming up. So I did a thing with the packaging. So this is her packaging. I've cut it out. It's a really cool design, and I love, like you're gonna see in a minute, this packaging really just elevates your display that you're going to have at your market. So like I wasn't going to, but now I'm preparing for a market, 100% you should get the packaging as well. And she does packaging for all the fidgets, so really well designed. I didn't put this one together yet because I wanted to show you how it's supposed to go together as opposed to how I put mine together. So this back panel comes down and it says, "The world is your oyster." I I don't know if it's mirrored or if you can read that. Then on the back we have like a little poem. It says, "The fidget toy fun never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friends." We've got our warning, choking hazard, which I think I'm gonna do quite a display for these because I love them, and then we'll watch them not sell. But I'm gonna do like a little A5 sign that kind of goes with all this stuff, like a big beaded fidget, oysters. I'll credit Willow and Wild there, but I do want to put the choking hazard because I don't want people with little kids buying them if they're not supervised or whatever. And then in the front we've got some cute little images of sea life and that it's an oyster fidget. So I think if you just had them on the table, people would be asking, like, you know, not what is it, you can see what it is, but like that it's a fidget. So anyway, so you fold this bit down, and then you fold these in, and so it all comes together. This one with the picture on it gets folded to the outside like that. I use tape on mine because I don't trust glue. And then you get this. Here we go. Ta-da! And then your fidget fits in there. So let me just tape that together so you can see it properly, and I'll come back. Okay, I taped it all together and I put my fidget in. Are you ready? Oh, look how cute that is. And because these, like, they don't sit up, like you'd have to put them on the table flat. And I'm also going to try and put some that you can, whoop, open it up. So this one I did a rainbow theme. And I did the top and the bottom shell the same pattern, but when you sew it together, we got a happy little accident where it goes in the opposites. So you get the full rainbow either side. And my inspiration was this bead. And then I did something a little extra where I took some thread and I just embroidered a red circle here, and I did the rainbow on the top. So that's that one. And so yeah, you could have some like opened and then all the rest stacked around. People can look inside to see what pearl you've put without actually fully getting them out. Like you can see the beads and you can see the pearl without completely going crazy. And then there's the back with your little saying. Now, this is just in paper because I'm not going to be using these ones. I had to go a little bit extra. And so what I did was I imported this into Canva and I made my own little images. Now, I can't sell this, but you could do this for your own personal use. And there's nothing wrong with Cami goodies, but I just wanted to make it, I've got some ideas, which you'll see as well, for my display. And I really like to make like collections of things, so you'll see what I mean in a minute. So this is the one I made. I got on Canva and I was able to find the same seashell, so I just made it golden. And then this is like a charcoal color. And then my back, I made this cute little sea theme with this gorgeous little sea lion or seal. And I just asked ChatGPT, her name is Ava. Did you know you can name your ChatGPT? And I said, can you just write me a poem? This is what's already on the packaging, but I want something like a little more sophisticated and something that's telling you what can you do with the fidget. So we came up with, and I said I want it to be like a poem. Twist and turn, let worries fade. Rolling pearls, a soothing cascade. No start, no end, just endless play. Keep it moving, stress slips away. So I'll pop that in my description and you can copy that. And then I just did a different font for my warning, choking hazard. And then I did just a little underwater scene. These are all Canva elements, Pro. This is also a Pro element. And so this is what we ended up with. Oh, how cute. So yeah, this is just me, and I just had to be a bit extra. So here's another one. So this packaging is just for my normal fidgets. You'll see what I mean by not normal fidgets in a minute. They're not themed. So then I did sparkle pink and yellow, so the sparkle yarn, pink and yellow mix, and my inspiration was this focal bead, which it has a bit of yellow on it. And so I got these big glass beads from Temu in a big pack, which I will link. I'm going to link all the beads and stuff from Temu in this video. So we got that one, and I'm just leaving in the packaging, I'm leaving the bottom shell towards the outside, so then when they look in, it's the right way around. You know, when they come and look, it's the right way. So our next one is white with purples, and I like to use matte, pearlescent, clear, all different textures. And so this is also a happy accident. This is how I found out about the embroidery. So with this bead, I didn't want to put it up against purple. I wanted it to shine by itself. So I thought, oh, I'll just put the purple on the top lid. But then when I did that, it didn't look right with nothing around it. So I ended up, yeah, I did the purple on the top, and then I just did a ring around the bottom. And then I got that idea for the rainbow one that we should do the rainbow circles. So there's that one. And then we've got one more that are not themed. This is the first one I did. And so it's just, I just went by the yarn, and I've got a crushed glass. Now the crushed glass beads, they came just from the cheap shop, but you can get them from Temu as well, exact same price. So then I had an idea with the packaging that I'm going to do a theme, like almost like a limited edition theme, or I was thinking of how to do the colors in a theme. So I've come up with the nature series. So the first one I made was ocean inspired. So let's have a look at the fidget first. Make sure it's the right way. So I was inspired by this bead, which is like brown and blue crushed glass with a bit of white, and it made me think of the beach. So this is the beach, and this is the water, and we've got white and clear, which represents that whitewash that you get on the beach, and just the white for the background. And then this yarn also reminds me kind of beachy, and then we've got the oceany pearly crushed glass. So then I made a different package for it. So we've got nature series, the ocean, and then on the back I just did an ocean image. This image and the turtle come from Digital Curio on Etsy, which I will link. And then look, yeah, just to make it more, because sometimes if you like, this one's pretty good, but my next one you might not understand the theme if it wasn't packaged this way. Maybe tell me what you think. But yeah, I think that's obvious. It's the ocean or the beach, and it's kind of going to be like a limited edition. So then I made this one. Can you guess what it is? This almost reads Christmas to me, which is why I got this idea to put it in different packaging. Here's the inside. We have a pearlescent white, and the yarn is glitter sage color. Okay, hello again. My phone died, and no, it didn't die. I ran out of storage. So I'm just going to finish up the video on the iPad, and that way everything's together. I can get the video finished and get it uploaded. So the good news about that is I was able to make a couple more fidgets to show you. So I bought this little box for them and now it's full, so that's going to be the end of the beaded fidget content, except I am going to do a Willow market. But after I finish this video, I'm going to show you a yarn haul, so that will be the next video. But it just makes sense for me to fully explore an idea, get all the dogs up, and make all the videos at once, and then that's done. Doesn't mean I won't make more of these videos in the future, because I'm sure these will, oh my god, I'm sure these will sell and we'll be able to make some more. But I have decided I'm just going to get storage boxes and I am going to fill them, and then that will be the stock. So when the stock goes, I'll be able to make more. So this is the little box. I got it from Choice, which is our discount store. It's so cute, and I might make a cute little cricket label for it. But we were up to the limited edition or the special edition fidgets. And so there's a few more to show you, but I'll finish the one that we were on. Come on, Dave. Up. So let's backtrack a little bit. We were up to this one, which was giving us possible Christmas vibes, and I don't think I already said, but I will recycle it for Christmas, and I'll just do a different inside bead, because this could be the Christmas tree, the bark, decorations. I mean, we could change this to Christmas-like colors, and the tree. So yeah, maybe we could do like kind of more greens in here mixed with lights, like some yellow, some blue, some red, that kind of thing. Maybe we could do that for Christmas. And then on the inside we could do a sparkle red. So yep. And I do mostly have shorts on all of these, so I know that the camera on the iPad isn't that great, but there's shorts on every individual one. And so this is the packaging I did. Oh, where's my camera? So it says woodland, and we've got a cute little animal there. And so when you put this in here, then you go, oh yes, I can see it. I see the mushroom, all the rest. And then this is the back, all from Canva, all pro or free. So that was that one. So we've got the beach. Sorry, we've got ocean and woodland. And then, see if you could guess it before I show you the packaging. We have this one. See if you can guess what it might be. It's also nature inspired. And then inside we have a black bead. It's like faceted. So this one is sunflower. Here we go. See it now? And then on the back I just did the same image. So they had an image with a border and they had the same image with just one. So yeah, I just coordinated everything and I wrote sunflower here. And we've got one more. I don't know if you'll be able to guess this one, but I really like it. So I use the sparkle white. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in it. And then inside is deep navy blue and like a royal blue bead faceted. And so this one is the Aurora. And so I just use the same image back and forth. And so of course we've got the greens and then the purples that you get, and then the black and the blues represent the night sky, and then the golden beads represent the stars. So these are all good ways to get inspiration. Can you see, you know, how we're doing that? Cute. And so of course with the sunflower it was you know, if we look at the sunflower here, we've got the green that represents the stem, the browns mixed with black that represent the seeds and the center, and there's actually two different yellows here, like a gold and a slightly lighter yellow, which is of course the petals. And when you open up, we have the dark brown for the center and the black for the seeds. So I don't know that I went through this one. I might have said it twice, but we've got the bark, mushrooms, and the foliage of the forest. So that is the 4 sort of limited edition fidgets. So I'll group them together. But putting it on the packaging, I think, is just really helping to sell what is it exactly. Because then when you see it all together, you go, oh, sunflower. Oh my God. Okay, let me just pop them back. So then I did, while I was editing this video, I made another normal one. So I put it in the normal packaging. And I just decided to do, David, what are you eating? That is not a toy. Oh my God. I decided to do some dark colors, and I just picked white, pearlescent white, and then in this row I just popped in some gold. So I'm also putting together a document, which I'll show you some sample photos of, say, the sunflower one, where I show you, and it's very similar to the shorts that I'm making. I show you the yarn, and then I show you the bead pattern, and then you get to see like the top of the fidget, how it's looking, and I also put in the focal bead. So I'm going to put that together as a video and a document. So there's a couple more videos coming out on the beaded oysters, but I'll be working on them in conjunction with some other stuff because I've got to mix it up a little bit. So then for this recipe, so each thing is going to be like a recipe. So for this recipe is dark yarn, lighter colored beads, whatever I think to, you know, be inspired by. I think I was still inspired by the night sky and stars. Then on the inside, I put white sparkle yarn for the top and bottom, and whichever focal bead. So this kind of looked like clouds to me. I think that's where I was going, you know, clouds, sky, and stars with that one. Did I do another one? No, I did. No. Oh, I'm working on one. Where did it go? No, I did finish it. Oh, it's over here. Okay. I took it out of the box. All right, let me put them back. I did finish it. So then the next one I did, I saw what other dark yarns do I have. So I had a dark green, and then I found this green and purple bead. So then I thought I'll go green and purple on the outside, and then I just did alternating sparkle ones, and then I did the brighter ones. So that's my inspiration, and I've got the recipe. So I'll show you a little example of this recipe. I didn't do the blue one. I've got to go back and do the blue one, but I've done the beach, the sunflower, the aurora. This was the first one that I started to do the recipes. So I'm going to go through and do that, and it's good for me too, to look back and get ideas and know how to do it. So yeah, I'll do it as a video so it's free, and you could screenshot all the things, but I'm also going to put it up in a little booklet and on my Etsy, so you could pay for it if you want to and just have the full document if you're interested. And then this recipe was inspired by this. I wanted to do sort of, I love how it goes, you know, the full rainbow back and forth, but then I kind of forgot what I was doing halfway, so only some of it does it. Yeah, okay, so I wanted to do pink and orange, but you see here it goes opposite. So on the outside edge, I'm pretty sure I did both of these the same. I had to go let the cat in. So yeah, I was already wanting to do the pink and orange, but then the arrangement I took from this one, but I didn't do embroidery on the inside. So for the inside, I kind of took more inspiration from another one. I think the other plain white one's like the purple one. And I just did a sparkle pink base and then that beautiful pink and yellow orangey focal bead. So yeah, that's definitely a favorite. And I got the idea of pink and orange from Mandala Ombre yarn. So there's lots of places that you can get inspiration. And so I'll be doing a dedicated video to that, like all the different ways you can get inspiration from your yarns, like, and even up here, all these colors that are put together, any of your variegateds, I often get inspiration from that sort of thing. But now the box is full, we're gonna pause on that. But I'm also going to set up a little display. Hopefully I'll be able to put that, I'll go do that now, and I can put that on the end of the video. And hopefully when I get a little bit more storage space, I just had my birthday, yay! So that's why I've been yarn shopping, because I got some gift cards. So yeah, I'll be putting up, like, once I do these videos, because I'm market prepping, so I'll thoroughly go through the patterns, make all the stuff, so you've got lots and lots of inspiration. And I've also thoroughly used the pattern too. There's another pattern I'm doing now that made it for the second time, and even this, when I made this for the second time, that instruction that I didn't understand made total sense, because I'd made some other patterns and maybe I'd seen something similar, or maybe I thought about it. Like, you go away and you think about it. Some people put their projects in the naughty corner for a bit. I've done that too, and then you come back to it. But with this one, I did persist until I was able to make that first one, because I really wanted to finish it. But yeah, looking back now, the instruction, there was nothing wrong with it. And even on the pattern that I'm making now, and the second one, I was like, I'm not looking at those brackets properly. And then I realized, oh, I'm not following that one properly either because of the brackets. So user errors. But we're all learning. So anyway, when I have after I make the stuff and I have it all market prepped, I want to do like a little mock setup just by itself of how I would put it on a table, and that will give you some ideas too. So I'm going to finish up this video now. I'll go make my mock setup so I can put it at the end, and you can look forward to a couple more videos. There'll be a will it market, so I have figured out how much it costs to make one, what I'll be selling it for, why I'm selling it for that price, and then we're going to have the inspiration video, and hopefully that'll be a hit and I can make a lot more of those. So I'll see you very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Okay, so here's what I've come up with for the display. We put 3 similar ones over here with the white and the beads. Then I put my nature series here. Then I put my 2 dark ones opened. This is a nature series, but I've got it opened, and our 3 other colored ones opened. This is just an upside down tray, and I found out these do sit if you just push them in the back. So if you open them up and you just give them a little push like that, they'll stay open. So here they are. They look so pretty. So I've just got 10 for the moment, but you could fit a lot more up on this top display here. And I think the boxes just really make it, especially if you want to do your own branding or a series or something like that. So there we go. And so this is what it looks like all packed away. My 10 fidgets fit into the box. Excuse my dog, she keeps asking for food. And that's what this is. This is just 3 little trays that I got from Kmart. And I just flipped it over to make a platform. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see. And check out these other videos.